On December 7, 2025, a father named Stephen uploaded security camera footage inside his bedroom. The video contains something deeply unsettling, something that still has no clear explanation, and what made it even more disturbing was the fact that Stephen's daughter often played in this room completely alone. This is what he recorded.
Okay, so I might just be rambling, but I just want to bring up security footage, POV from when it happened. I'm just gonna zoom in and you just tell me what you see.
At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary. But for a split second, one of the window's blind slats lifts upward, then drops back into place almost immediately. He was recording the video while playing and shared it.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That one hurt. Okay, you want me to make buckets now?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna catch it.
Oh, you want to catch it and then put it?
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yay! Yeah! You want the small one?
First person also did not notice. Then it happened again.
There you go. Oh.
This is too small.
Sorry. It's too small.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. No, almost. I mean, you hit sponge.
The window blind lifts upward again for a split second. The first time could have been a coincidence, but the second time, it doesn't feel like one. Only a single slat moves. Just enough to give the impression that someone may have been looking in. After reviewing the footage, what they saw made Stephen and his family avoid the bedroom completely, but according to Stephen, this started way before the main incident. When Stephen first experienced it, he was home by himself, and what he noticed was something truly disturbing. At first, the door opens slowly with a squeaking sound and then suddenly slams shut, but that wasn't all. Just moments before the door closes, the lights turn off, something that doesn't feel like a coincidence at all. Later, Stephen explained, according to him, that scenario would be impossible because the bedroom is on the second floor, and there's no way anyone outside could reach the window or physically move the blinds.
This right here is the room where it actually happened. Hey. So I was just sitting here with my daughter. Well, she was actually on a bed playing with her toys that she always plays with. All of a sudden, I didn't understand what was going on, because the only way you can move the blinds is if you're inside the room. There's no possible way that someone can move the blinds from the outside of the room. There's no possible way somebody can just come up here and move the blinds from the inside.
What makes this especially unsettling is that we don't just hear the lights going out. We actually see it happen. That alone was enough to convince Stephen that what he witnessed wasn't normal. After replaying the footage over and over, Stephen began to feel increasingly uncomfortable being in that room. Taken together, these incidents would unsettle anyone, and Stephen and his family were no exception. What do you think happened? Let us know in the comments. Our next case comes from two sisters who were home alone when their security alarms suddenly activated in the middle of the night, and their first terrified thought was that someone had broken into their house. But when they reviewed the security camera footage to see who had entered, what they discovered was far more disturbing than any human intruder.
I'm recording. Wait. Do you hear that? Can you check the security footage?
The house alarm is blaring throughout the home, the kind of sound that only activates when a door or window has been opened without the security code being entered, and the two sisters immediately grab their phones to start recording because they're convinced someone has just broken into their house while they're alone and vulnerable.
What is it?
They pull up the live feed from their front door security camera on their phone, and what they see confirms their worst fear. The front door is standing wide open, swung inward as if someone just walked through it, which means the alarm was triggered by an actual breach and not a malfunction, and somewhere in their house right now is whoever opened that door. The footage clearly shows the front door opening, swinging inward with enough force to trigger the alarm system, but there's no person visible in the frame. Once they feel safe enough to emerge from the room where they've been hiding, the sisters decide to review the security footage from the moment the door opened to see exactly who broke into their home, expecting to see a person walking through their front door on camera, but what the footage shows makes absolutely no sense at all and makes them realize they weren't dealing with a human break-in at all. A small dark figure suddenly dashes across the frame at incredible speed, moving so fast it's almost a blur, and this figure doesn't look human at all because it appears to be completely black without any discernible features like clothing or a face, just a shadow in the shape of something small and quick that races through their house and then vanishes from view as if it disappeared into thin air. The figure appears multiple times throughout the footage captured that night, darting past different cameras positioned around their home, and each time it moves with the same unnatural speed, never slowing down or pausing, just racing from one location to another before disappearing completely. And the sisters watching this footage realize that whatever opened their front door wasn't trying to break in from outside but was already inside their house trying to get out. What makes the footage even more disturbing is the way the motion camera reacts. It usually shows a green tracking box around anything that moves, but when the shadow figure appears, the box fails to lock on properly. Even stranger, the green box later shows up in completely dark, empty rooms, as if the camera is detecting something invisible to the human eye.
Also, like, front door opening on its own.
Yeah,
that shit was
that's
closed. We closed that door.
And I mean, this house is like brand new. Like, it's not old or like anything.
Yeah, it's not like the latches are like faulty
everything
or something.
worked.
The sisters emphasize an important detail that rules out typical explanations for paranormal activity. Their house is brand new, recently built with no previous owners or history that would explain why something supernatural would be attached to the property. Two sisters fear to break in, but their cameras captured a fast-moving shadow figure their system couldn't properly track. The front door even opened on its own, as if something was trying to leave. If it wanted out, why did it stay? What do you think it was? On November 16, 2025, a teacher was inside his classroom setting up decorations for his students when suddenly, he saw something that made him stop and walk out. It also said that students there often spread stories and rumors about the building being haunted, specifically by a former student who once attended the school. But now the teacher is convinced that his classroom, if not the entire school, is haunted. Because what he saw that night was really horrifying, but at first he explains his situation.
All right, I'm just finishing up, putting up decorations for the students when they get back. I was on the smart board, setting things up. I'm taking a step back, and you guys know me. I stay late often. It's just me here and the janitor. And let me show you.
The teacher says that he often stays late at school, usually alone except for the janitor. And also that he was finishing up decorations for the students before they returned, and as he was working on the smartboard, he saw a reflection on the screen, which made him take a step back, and this is what he saw.
Do you see? Do you see? I mean, is that not a kid sitting right there?
We can clearly see that something is there, and it's sitting in the back of the classroom, facing the board. And he then asks if others can see it.
I mean, is that not a kid sitting right there?
I'm the person who does the cleaning here, and I saw the video of the teacher has. I know that's the girl who died in an accident.
But there seems to be more of this story.
Yo soy la persona que hago la limpieza en este edificio. Desafortunadamente, hace unos meses hubo un grave accidente en el cual una niña perdió su vida. Una de las mamás que estaba en el parqueo esperando a su hijo grabó todo desde que llegó la ambulancia y todo lo que estaba pasando. También he visto un video de una profesora de un fantasma. Sé que es el fantasma de la niña, pero puede ser que sea ella o no.
He said that a few months ago, the school had an accident involving a student. There are no details about the incident, but according to a source, the student unfortunately passed away only days after the accident. Since then, students at the school have spread rumors claiming that the girl's spirit haunts the building. Do you think it's true by looking at the video? Let us know in the comments. In July 2025, a family was spending time together at home. Everyone was busy with their own work, just another normal day. But what their CCTV camera captured that day was something they couldn't explain.
Behind us, you see that I'm just over there kind of bored, winding some yarn. We're all just kind of watching this documentary on creepy Scientology, which makes the event even creepier. So just keep your eyes on that mannequin, because she's gonna make there she goes. That's her biggest move. She's now looking, but none of us noticed this yet. It takes a little while before I look over and say, what? Wasn't she looking in the dining room? So there we are, still oblivious to the fact that she...
Behind the child and the father, a mannequin suddenly turns on its own and nobody notices at all. But then...
there she moved away a little bit. She looked back.
The mannequin moves its head again, making it clear this wasn't a coincidence. But what happens next is truly terrifying.
Back to the left. Now I'm looking over there, and she looked at my husband.
The mannequin mimics the man's head movement, making the family finally notice it.
Here's clip 2. My little girl jumped off the couch, ran over to me. I'm frantically telling my husband, oh my God, she just looked at me. My daughter's covering her mouth. I'm like, oh my God. He's looking behind, there's nothing there. I'm covering my face like, oh my God, I cannot believe this happened. And now I'm gesturing at the living room camera saying, get your phone. You've got to look at this. You've got to look at that footage.
As soon as the daughter goes to check the mannequin, it looked directly back at her. Everyone was scared, especially the daughter, who is terrified and runs to her mother. The mannequin looks at the mother as well, leaving both of them scared. The father finally checks behind the table, but there is absolutely nothing there, and to this day, the family is still in shock. So what do you think is creepier, a mannequin mimicking you, or one that looks back at you? A TikTok user named Dustin Frazier was working in his office. It had been stormy for quite some time, and while he was watching something on his laptop, he noticed something strange in the reflection of his TV screen.
Okay, so I'm just sitting here watching Scooby-Doo. You know, it has been storming on and off all night. You can see there is nothing standing over here, right? But look. What the fuck is that? Like, this is me.
He shows that there is nothing standing near the door. However, when he looks at the TV's reflection, a human-like figure can clearly be seen standing there, watching him. He then tries to explain what might be happening, but what he shows next is even more terrifying.
Like the satellite went out because of the storms, so it wasn't working on the TV anyways. And like, but there's nothing there. And like, I turned.
It turned out that because of the storm, the TV and satellite signal were not working. But when he shows the reflection again, the figure appears to have moved closer to him, but that's not the end. The figure seems to have come closer. You can hear the fear in his voice as his breathing becomes heavy, even though he's barely moving. What's more disturbing is that every time he turns to look at the reflection, the figure seems to get closer, and not wanting to take any chances, he panics and runs away. One day, a man who lived alone began experiencing strange things in his house. Unable to explain what was happening, he decided to record it. But when he went into the kitchen, what he captured left him disturbed.
Well, it's happened again. I've just come in the kitchen to make myself a cup of tea, and all my cupboard doors are open. So I've just gone to get my camera and show you all. Cupboards, drawers, all opened. It's really strange because it wasn't like this about 5 minutes ago when I came in to put the kettle on. Just close them all.
As he went in to make a cup of tea, he noticed that all the cupboards in his kitchen were mysteriously open. He even said everything had been normal just a few minutes earlier, and this has been happening quite frequently. He then closed every drawer and cupboard before returning to his room, but as he turned back directly, what he saw made him speechless.
Fucking what? No way. Oh, he's having a fucking laugh. How the hell has it just done that so fast and quick? There was only a slight noise. I don't know if you...
All the cupboards opened again, but this time within seconds, all at once, something that would be impossible for a human to do. Even though he laughs, you can hear how uneasy he sounds, making you wonder if he truly is alone. This video comes from a TikTok user named Sydney. Sydney was babysitting a young boy, and they were sharing a wholesome moment when something strange suddenly happened.
SpongeBob night.
SpongeBob's awesome.
Liam, come here. Liam, right now. What is happening? Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here.
The rocking chair in the room began moving on its own. You can see both the child and Sydney staring at it, clearly frightened by what they were seeing. Even as she decides to call out for help, the chair just keeps rocking, making it more creepier. This footage was captured by a security camera focused on a strange-looking mannequin head. Late at night, when no one else was around, the camera recorded something truly disturbing. The mannequin suddenly opens its eyes, as if it were alive, but just when you think it couldn't get any creepier. The glass door holding the mannequin head suddenly opens. Not only that, its eyes close again, making us wonder, did they know something was wrong with that mannequin, and is that why it was locked inside? Let us know in the comments. Late one night, a man was inspecting a rundown building when he suddenly heard strange noises coming from the upper floors, as if someone was up there. Drawn by the unsettling sounds, he decided to head upstairs to investigate. But as he reached the floor above, he noticed something unsettling. A light that was hanging was moving on its own, but how was that possible when no one else was there? But then something even stranger happened. The door in front of him suddenly began banging loudly, and he rushed over and kicked the door open to check if anyone was inside, but there was no one there. He seemed to be not satisfied, and so he went deeper into the building. But as he moved further inside, the door behind him suddenly slammed shut again, terrifying him even more. When he checked the first room, the light now seemed to move even more violently, while the door behind him continued to bang. In May 2025, a family living in California uploaded a video captured by a CCTV camera, and when the incident occurred, it wasn't only noticed by the person but also their dog. In this house there are several dogs: Frida, Pepper, and Valentino. Each is treated as family rather than pets, but just 1 month earlier, they had lost Maxie, their first and oldest Chihuahua, who passed away peacefully due to old age. But on a Thursday afternoon, an incident happened that left them feeling deeply uneasy. Suddenly, the man and the dog heard a barking sound somewhere inside the house. The man immediately turned around, expecting to see the dog resting behind him on the couch, but it hadn't moved at all. And when he listens back to the recording, it becomes clear that he hadn't imagined it, and the bark was similar to the dog that had just died recently, Maxie. But what's more surprising is the fact that even the other dog seems to react, lifting its head and scanning the room. But just like the owner, it sees no one. That this footage is disturbing but also sentimental as well. Comment down at what time and from where are you watching? And more videos like this, subscribe and click on the video just popped on your screen.